Hello everyone, this is Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and this is another installment in the series Learning to Die Less, where I play a Wavemaster in .hack Fragment. As you can see, we've got our character up to level 7 for today's adventure. Gonna take a quick look at our equipment here. Do a quick overview before we get going. Carrying the Wand of Wisdom, it's been a bit of a lifesaver. It's allowed me to balance out the elements of the spells I've got equipped to my shortcuts. Cougar Bandana has the La Rep skill, which is useful more so in party play than solo. I'll be soloing this adventure. Going through the rest of the equipment here real quick, just to show its stats. Not too much in the way of physical defense, as to be expected from any caster class in an MMO. Elements are fairly well balanced. This footage was shot a few days ago, just getting around to recording the audio today. Gonna go ahead and dive into a keyword here. Pick some words and look for something that is level appropriate. I'm a bit more cautious now, as seen in previous videos. It doesn't work out so well when I try to ambitiously solo with a fragile character. Warping to the field now. Level 9 field, fire element. And it's got the word pillow in the name, which is always a good sign. Click a fairy's orb here to look at the portals. This will be the first in a two-part video. First video will go over the field here as I take on the first portal. Couple monsters pop out, take one out with an earth tornado, and drop a fireball on the other. Get a treasure chest from my troubles, and after disarming it, open it up and find a hunter's hood. These little flames here, if you're playing the game and are new to it, are always beneficial. Highly suggest picking those up. They are referred to as symbols. Heading towards another portal here, trying to get as many encounters in under my belt as possible, level up the character, and get used to playing mechanically. Here's an instance where I use my Earth Tornado to take out 3 of the 4 enemies in a hurry using minimal mana. Not the flashiest tactic on the planet, but a lifesaver for this character. Cruising along here, a fair amount of portals on this field. Just sort of meandering throughout, not really picking a direction in particular. Tried for a spell there and there was no target found because it was a chest in the portal and not a monster at all. Still, better safe than sorry. Coming up here on another one. And some wandering monsters attack too. This situation got fairly dicey, as you can see me just kind of circling around to give myself a bit more space before casting. Unfortunately, that drew yet another monster into the fold. Trying to take out what I can here, my life points quickly get down, and that's why it was crucial to have those potions set to a different hotkey so I could heal on the fly as soon as my spell was done casting. Allowed me to resume the battle and get through everything. A lot of treasure chests dropping on this field. Always feel good to see a lot of treasure chests dropping on the field. It's about the little victories. And apparently about the hunter's hood. Looking for an item to throw in the spring there. Reason I decided not to, you'll see later in the video I eventually find something that I do throw in the spring, is what the spring upgrades or downgrades is largely dependent on the weather of the field, if I recall correctly, and I specifically remember that a nice sunny clear day field like this upgrades weapons. Didn't have a weapon to throw in, so I decided to bypass it till later. You see yet another treasure chest drop there. Got a portal to my south, go into that one next. Take out a couple snakeoids there real quick, and there's another symbol in the background. Very generous field for items and whatnot. Aptorv is a buff that increases your physical accuracy, which is probably not the most useful thing for a Wavemaster, but can't really argue with it. Again, Ganrom, the Earth Tornado, not the flashiest spell in the book, it's just a little bit of beige light that comes up from the ground, but the ability to hit enemies with accuracy at low levels especially is so crucial, because when you're partying, just getting a hit on an enemy allows you to get that experience. So throwing a Ganrom out there as soon as the portal opens I find most beneficial and most economical as far as mana usage goes. I'm sorry, they're referred to as SP or skill points because it's a communal pool regardless of class, but given the fact that it's a caster, I'm probably going to keep calling it mana because I just default to that. Getting close to the dungeon here, as you can see on the mini-map, from the small structure with the big red triangle pointing to it. Not going to go right in because I want to clear all of the portals in the field first. Going to bypass the entrance to the dungeon. Grab an earth element buff, and this time I do believe I activate the spring. Yep. And here is Monsieur, one of my two favorite random floating drops of water in this game. He's going to ask me whether it was a golden axe or silver axe that I threw in. I'm going to respond neither and take my chances that he upgrades the item I actually threw in. Turns out he did. It is way better than before. And by that we mean one attack point better. But it does get the death touch effect in all fairness. It's a heavy blade weapon, so my character can't use it, but the death touch effect is kinda nice. Doesn't outright kill the enemy, but it drops it to a super low portion of hit points, making it very easy to defeat later. This point just running around trying to find the last few portals. Quite a bit on this field, wasn't expecting that much. Yet another instance of getting multiple enemies on the first cast. Powering through, then quickly hitting a potion and a mage's soul to replenish my health and mana real quick before taking on the next couple enemies that were coming my way. Just knocking these portals down. Good confidence builder on this field. My previous couple of runs with this character, getting to 7 and sustaining it was a bit of a pain. It seemed every time I got up there I'd die and level back down. But here I'm having some decent luck, pulling a lot of snakeoids, which seem to be fairly effective targets. And there you go, knock them all down with one spell and get 3 treasure chests for the effort. Grab ourselves a green sword, the moon, and a fire tempest. Nice little assortment there. And we're going to look at the green sword here just to show you the difference between it and the Slayer we upgraded previously from a green sword. As you can see, one attack point higher and the resistances are a little different. Key difference being that special effect of Death Touch. A lot of times an effect like that will make a lower level weapon far more desirable than a statistically superior one. Also, really hate saying statistically superior on a microphone. Come to another portal here, couple goblin and snakeoid come out, and yep, that's the last one. All field portals are clear. So I think we're going to call it about here for part 1 of this 2-part video in the Learning to Die Less series. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and next time we will hit the dungeon.